Hi, everybody. Well, thank you for joining us today. The presenter today is a company called ZMP. It's one of the very interesting robotic startup coming from Japan. And as you may know, there are a bunch of robotic startup in Japan, but most of them are sticking on two legs robot, and they were. But this uniqueness of this company is recently they decided to go into the consumer market and trying to integrate it in daily life of us. In this case, you see the earlier robots in the middle, which was selected one of the best invention of the year by Time magazine last year. And then later, they're going to show you the newest robot called Miuro, which is integrated iPod with Wi-Fi. And hopefully, it will be connected to some Google service in the future. So here we have two people, the president of ZMP and also the main business engineer who talks about the company introduction. So,
hello, everybody. My name is Hisashi Taniguchi, the founder and the CEO of ZMP Incorporated, Japanese robotics company. So we have developed Muro, the robot which of which I am going to be talking this afternoon. So ZMP was established in January 2001, and we have proposed our vision. So creation of new lifestyle, useful and joyful, so by incorporating robot technology into our daily life. So without further delay, I thank you for the opportunity to present our company and demonstration. So I will pass the mic to one of our members, Mr. David Aliaga.
Very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Taniguchi. My name is David Aliaga. I'm in charge of International Management Strategy Offices in ZMP. And I'm going to be presenting our robots. So first of all, I mean, the main theme of this afternoon is our latest robot. But you know, to give you some idea, who are we? We are going to be a brief introduction of our previous robots. By previous, I don't mean they are not useful anymore. They are very useful. So this is basically our history, so I'm going to be talking about this. Our first robot was called Pino. This robot was the result of a Japanese science and technology project, which was technologically transferred to us, and we started commercializing. And after that, we made a complete redesign of the interior, and so that became Pino version 2. And this year, we have actually redesigned it again, and now it's much more stable, and it's Pino version 3. As you can see, Pino had a very cute exterior. That was the objective of both the project and also of our company. We believe that robots, you know, you see robots in any other companies or in any other places, and you see robots that are very, you know, clumsy and, you know, with a lot of cables or whatever. And we believe that, you know, robots, personal robots have to have a good exterior, a good, a pleasurable exterior, because they're going to be interacting with us, with humans. And so we want to be pleasure. I mean, we want to be, you know, it's a pleasurable experience to have them and to, well, not to talk with them, but maybe in the future. So that's why this very cute exterior was created for the robot, and actually became very popular in Japan, appeared in television commercials like NTT Docomo, mobile cell phone, UCC, which is coffee company, and also a video of a Japanese pop star, Utada Hikaru. I mean, our robot appeared in the video as well, and also appeared in a museum of modern art in New York. So it was, as a character, became very popular. And our second robot is called E-Nuvo, and actually we have one over here, you know. So I'm going to maybe, be ready for interacting me and Nuvo together. So, hello, Nuvo. So a little shy at first,
Hello, Google. How are you today?
See? When he enters into, like a little warm-up, then that's okay, And what else can you do, Nuvo? Oh, can you see it over there also? Maybe he's a little tired. Now goes to. Oh, he's doing a little extras, Opposite. He actually does more extra than me. Yeah, a little lazy, Saying hello to everybody. Please say hello to Nuvo as well. All right, so as you can see, we wanted to make a robot with a stylish design and cutting-edge technology that can, dance while playing music, announce the time, become a cameraman. I don't know if you have noticed it. It has a camera to take pictures for you, and also, it can be used by a cell phone, so it can keep security at home because you know what's happening at home when you're not there. And as you can see, also receive a lot of exposure. Actually, you can see over there Will Smith, when he came to Japan to promote the movie I, Robot, yeah, I mean, Nuvo was there, so well, he wanted to be there. And also New York Times, appeared in New York Times. The magazine Time actually nominated like one of the coolest inventions of 2005. So, and it has several cool features. First of all, it was developed in collaboration with several creative people, very creative people, like, for example, Ken Okuyama, who is a very famous industrial designer of, Ferrari or Pino Farina, and several other artists that you can see over there. And also, well, not only artists, it was also technical people, several technical companies, Renaissance, and, for example, Seiko. The robot shoes, because as you can see, it has shoes. It was developed by Mizuno, which is a Japanese company as well. And so it was a huge effort, and we were very, very happy to develop something like this. But also, I'm going to present another robot. This robot is called Nuvo, and there is E-Nuvo, meaning educational Nuvo. Because, this robot is for everyday people, for people who want to, play, interact, use the music, voice recognition, all the features. But there are people who want to learn how it works, right? I mean, why does it work? Why is it moving? So that's why we developed this robot over here. And as you can see, the lower part is very similar. So I mean, putting aside the camera and the voice recognition features, with this robot you can learn all areas related to robotics, like electronics, mechanics, control theory, programming. So, and this, different than other robots, this is a totally open system. So we give you our code, how we do it, how we did it, we explain it, software, everything. So this is actually being used in Japan, very much being used in Japan. As you can see there in the photograph, that's the photograph of a university in Japan in which they are using, this robot for, one robot, one student. They're learning robotics over there. And also, outside Japan, we have some clients in Mexico, some clients in Singapore, some clients in Taiwan. I believe some in the United States, but I'm not really sure. And I put the Mexico one because, first of all, they're very cute. They put these Mexican hats over there. And second of all, they're champions, because they went to Korea and they won a robotic contest in Korea, maybe in 2004. So, well, they deserve a place to be there, And plus, they're cute. Those are the robots we have been developing. the philosophy of our robots is, as I said, they have to be robots that are, near the human. It's not like something esoteric or anything. It has to have a very, pleasurable exterior or interface with the human, and change somehow the lifestyle of us, of humans. So, talking about this, we are ready to talk about Miuro, our latest robot, which is a little bit different. So, Miuro is short for music innovation based on utility robot technology. But that's very, 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 long. And what we want it to be is, as you can see it in the screen, we want it to be my personal DJ. That's our objective, our dream, our vision. So, without further delay, I think maybe we would like to see a little bit of the robot. Is the camera okay? All right. So let's see a small demonstration of our robot. As you can see, this is not a bipedal, right? And, it's dancing. And maybe the camera? Be careful with the camera. So, it's dancing, and maybe you want to dance, with it, right? So, because I want to keep with the rhythm, right? And I have to tell you, the dance is not just some pattern that we program because we're crazy. No, it's just the patterns of the dance. It is attuned with the music, which is much better than me, I can say. All right. So, oh my, I can't stop. See? Over there too. All right. So, this is our musical robot, our Muro. And I'm going to be explaining a little bit what is inside Muro. I mean, why is it different? Because, you see Muro, okay, it's moving, it's cute, but okay, it's a musical player, nothing else. Well, no. I mean, if you think so, that's not it. We don't want it to be, and I'm going to be repeating this, the whole afternoon, so please just get used to it. We don't want it to be just a musical player, one more of many, in the market. That's not our objective. But first of all, I'm going to be talking what's inside, our robot. We want to integrate into the robot both musical technology and robotics technology. And we have developed this robot. I mean, it was a co-effort together with Kenwood, which is a Japanese company, for very specialized in music. And so, first of all, talking about only sound and music, it has 3 characteristics that make it a very good, high-quality sound. I think we are going to be listening soon an example of how good the sound is. And the first thing that you see when you see the robot is that it's a sphere. So even for Kenwood, it was a challenge. They have never designed speakers such as these, sphericals. Now listen. It's a very good reproduction for its size. It's the best. And first, as I said, the shape, this spherical shape, even though it was a challenge for Kenwood, the experts in musical technology said that, that's actually the best shape that a speaker can have. So actually, it contributed to the quality of the music. The second thing is that, we divide the speakers into 4 channels. You can see here, 2 over here for the low tones, and 2 over here for the high tones. So we didn't want to sacrifice the high tone reproduction, for example, just to make sure it works. it actually works, I mean, with high tones, with low tones. And the third thing that you can see in a schematic in the presentation is that there is a double enclosure, meaning that inside the robot, there is a double, enclosure, as I said, with the objective that the music, the sound comes from here, not from some weird, song from here, and there's a reverberation, and it would be awful to listen it. So these all qualities of musical technology, of course, as I said, it was a co-development with Kenwood. And the other thing, apart from music, first of all, I'm going to tell you what kind of music can it play. First of all, it can play iPod, and please, we are going to see, where's the iPod over here? It has a dock, not a dock, but a place to put the iPod over here. Can you see? And this supports third generation on iPod, so not only the one who's over there. And also, not only, with iPod, you can insert the iPod and see the contents of your iPod totally, with, when it's connected, the Muro with the iPod. Also, you can enjoy your iTunes music library or your Windows Media Player music library by using this Muro connected with through a wireless LAN with a PC. And finally, last but not least, and you can use it to play internet radio. And I have to point for you that you don't need a PC for that. We are going to see. The reproduction. I don't know if you can see it very clearly with the camera, but anyway, we are going to see how this works a little bit. First of all, let's suppose you buy, you get your Muro, you bring it, let's say here, you bring it here, and then you start searching for the wireless networks that there is, and here there's Google and Google Guest, and I think we're a guest, so okay, then let's do it with the Google Guest, and once it's on, then we can already play some internet radio. So what I wanted to convey was that it doesn't need a PC. It needs just the wireless LAN connection, so that the robot can play your favorite music. Your favorite, how do you call it, station, radio station. And those three are iPod, internet radio, and iTunes and Windows Media Player are the things that this robot can play. And the schematics, the electronics inside, first of all, there is the robot module, which is in charge of controlling all the robotic features like the display, the gyro acceleration sensor. Oh, I didn't mention the gyro acceleration. I'm going to be mentioning it later. Distance sensors, motors, everything related with robotic technology. There's the audio module, which is in charge of everything related with audio, the tweeter, the woofer, and also, sound effects, everything that assures a good reproduction of music. And the multimedia module, which is in charge of the camera. I didn't mention it has a camera. It's full of surprises, as you can see. And the wireless LAN. So now talking about motion. Because we have talked a lot about music. Now we are going to be talking about motion. This robot can perform several things. You already saw the dance, right? And I was pointing out while dancing, sorry, my enthusiastic dance. But I was pointing out that this dance is not just some pre-core patterns that they just. For example, I don't know, you play something really, really funky, and then after that, it starts doing some kind of ballet or something. There is a synchronization between the rhythm, the music, the rhythm of the music, and the movements. Of course, you can somehow select different basic patterns, but then after that, there is a dynamical synchronization. So, okay, see? You can see it there. Now we're going to be interacting a little bit, right? See, look, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. See? Now, he's not touching it. Okay. Now look. See, I'm not touching it. See? So there are sensors, you know, for object detection of your robot, and also for edge detection here. So, you know, that's what it makes, you know, that several features that we believe are very, very interesting in the terms of dance. Also, there is another feature I'm going to be telling you. This is the centering feature. Now you can see there is a button in the remote control, and pressing that button makes makes the robot center through you, and you can move, and the robot will follow you and see where you're going, and you keep moving, and the robot will keep looking for you, right? So Muro will try to phase you, which is to achieve the best spot for listening quality. Okay, excellent. All right. Now, you see that it's moving and going around and whatever, but it should be, in the center should be moving also, and maybe the iPod would be woof over there. So why it doesn't do this? We incorporate also balancing technology. That means even though that the robot is moving all the time, the center it's kept stabilized because we use gyro accelerator sensors that keep it stable. So that, for example, the iPod is always in a horizontal position. So these are some features that this robot has. And there's one more feature that I want to talk about. And actually, it's one of the features that we are more enthusiastic about. And later, you're going to see why we're interested in this feature. And this feature is called autonomous motion. Now, autonomous motion means, well, its name says, autonomous in the sense that the robot will move by itself, autonomously. Okay, it will obey your orders, of course, with the remote control, of course, because you don't want a robot to be out of control, right? So it will obey your orders, but other than that, it will act by itself. So, we're ready? All right. So let's suppose, I'm going to be explaining this later, but let's suppose you have a favorite listening point, and we are going to be moving. You move the robot to the favorite listening point. For example, over there. Oh, okay, I like it there. I like it there. So you want to record this listening point, and you record it into the remote control. You select a location, and you say, okay, you want to record it, and yes, it has been successfully saved. So now this listening point is into your remote control, and then the robot keeps doing what it has to do, move, dance, and do stuff, and you also do your stuff. And then maybe later that day, say, I want to listen music in my favorite spot, right? So all you have to do is just press the button in which it has been recorded, and then you just go and have a cappuccino, because the robot will start. Okay? Oh. So the robot will start calculating its route to the listening spot that you liked by itself. You don't need to direct it. You don't need to do anything. So now, why do we want to do this? It's not because, we have fun. Some engineers in our company, he said, hey, why don't we put some autonomous motion? That would be cool. And then you put it, and then you don't know why. No, but actually there's a reason why we want autonomous motion. First of all, as I said before that I was going to be repeating it all the afternoon, we don't want this Muro of us to be just another musical player. You know, one of the many that are in the market. You know, the difference between our Muro, I mean, or at least our vision of Muro, and, you know, and other musical players, is that with a musical player, you are the user, you go to the musical player, okay, I want to play this. All right, and you listen, and that's a machine. All right, but we want to achieve not just a machine, we want to achieve what it says in the beginning, you know, your personal DJ, some kind of a partner to you that can, you know, finally be somehow, to some degree, independent from you. I mean, you don't have to be doing everything all the time. And of course, there's a long way for that, but you know, the first step into this direction is the autonomous motion. Let's suppose I'm going to put a scenario for this. Let's suppose you wake up in the morning and you have to be in the mood for going work, right? Because if not, if you're late, you know, your boss will get angry, right? So anyway, you know, you need some kind of music that wakes you up, and actually you need it near your bed. So you're sleeping in your bed, and then the robot comes and plays your music, wakes you up, and say, okay, I'm up. Then in the afternoon, you have to do some overwork, maybe after coming from the company or after returning home. But you have to do some, you know, a little coffee before, you know, to gain a little energy. And so you want the robot near you to be playing another kind of music. And okay, you make your coffee, and then after you finish your work, maybe at night when you're okay or a little bit more relaxed, then you just go and sit down and you know, read a book, and you want some kind of soothing music, you know, maybe near the couch. So those are, for example, three different favorite listening positions, and you want the robot to I mean, you come home tired and you don't want to be directing your robot, moving your robot. You just said, okay, go there. And then the robot goes there and start playing your music. So that's the idea. I mean, it has to something that helps you, not something that, you know, bothers you. And how do we do this? I mean, first of all, inside the robot there is, first of all, self-localization. Based on the multiple sensors it has, including the camera. I didn't show you the camera. Oh, it's over here, the camera. Well, I have to, you know, point it here. There's the camera over here. So the camera is one of the sensors that are used for self-localization. And of course, we have also sensors in the wheels for using for odometry. And I mean, so it's kind of a multi-sensor technology. And also, the robot has map-making capabilities, meaning that you put it in your room and starts making a map of your room. So finally, that's how it self-localizes itself, I mean, in your room, because it has a map of your rooms, knows more or less where are your listening points. But the camera is very important because, you know, okay, if you put it in the floor, and you know, it keeps moving and recording how much it has gone here and there. Okay, you can use still odometry and your map, and well, okay, that can work. But what happens if, you know, I don't know, one of your kids comes and, oh, I want to play, so they take it and put it over here. That's it. You know, your odometry already has died. So that's why we also incorporate the camera, because, you know, once you want it to be localized again, you know, you use the camera to search where it is, and finally finds in which point of the map he is. Of course, if you take it, I don't know, if you take it to New York, then that's the end of it, because, yeah, don't do that. All right, what we want to achieve with this is customization based on the user taste. That's what we want to achieve. And autonomous navigation to favorite listening positions. One example of this, for example, would be remote communication. When you have, you know, a mobile phone, and you know, you're outside home, and then you left your kids I mean, I don't know if all of you or many of you or maybe none of you have kids. I'm sorry. I'm saying kids. I'm just, you know, making an assumption. But anyway, let's suppose you left your kids at home, and then you want to, you say, oh, I wonder what they are doing. So You again send only the order, and the robot will go to where your kids are usually playing. Go there, take a photograph, send you the photograph. Everything's all right? Okay. And play some music. And for you that doesn't have kids, that can also work for your boyfriend or for your girlfriend. Just check what's happening and play some music to to have some reason. I just wanted to play some music for you. And well, the mechanical design over here, basically very, very fast. I mean, you can see here that there is the display over here, the iPod dock. Over here, there are the distance sensors. And the gyro can't be seen because it's very in the center. And in the back view, in the rear view, there are still the distance sensors and the cameras I told you over there. So now, we are talking so much about the robot, and maybe you're wondering, okay, but why these guys are here? What's our relationship with this? Or maybe they just want to say, hey, in Japan we're doing these cool things, or at least what we think they're cool things. Well, I'm going to be sharing with you, telling you a little bit what we want to achieve with all of this. I have already told you a little bit, but basically, you have a robot there, which is has some autonomous motion features. But what you want to achieve, what we want to achieve in the end is my personal DJ. That's what we want to achieve. How can I say it? A physical agent, should I say that? Well, I don't know. A creature, Miuro. Maybe even a robot, we can call it a robot, that actually helps you to have a better and more joyful lifestyle, as Mr. Taniguchi said. Not something that bothers you, not something that oh, another one, another thing that I have to learn how it works and everything. No, it has something, it has to be something that, lets you enjoy music in a different way. And for example, my personal DJ, Muro, will let you enjoy your favorite music anywhere, anytime, in the place you like it, at the time you like it, the music you like, and in the moment you like. So, and what's the idea here? I already talked about the bedroom, the living room, how they move autonomously. But finally, with our technology, we can build what we call a live log of of the user tastes. At what moments he likes it, what kind of music, what volume, I don't know. The taste of the user. And then finally, even sharing it with other personal live logs, and maybe find something like, for example, I don't know, you like classical rock, and then maybe if you like the Beatles, then maybe he will find little Rolling Stones. And I think I'm revealing my age over here, sorry. But anyway, so that's basically what we want to achieve in my personal DJ. It hasn't been achieved yet. It's not achieved yet. So to do this, of course, there's much more technology that has to be applied on this robot. But why are we here? First of all, we have been kindly invited to give a talk in Google. And second of all, we're aware that, for example, if we build live logs, it implies a lot of data, user tastes, and this Muro and the other Muro and the other Muro, it's a huge quantity of data, and we wanted to, we dream of the robot being adaptable to the user tastes. So, and we know, of course, Google, the kind of technology that you work with. And so I imagine how many things, now it can do some autonomous motion, but how many other things can be achieved, if we put our heads together or something like this. So, we built a new interface with contents, and we provide a customization with the user taste, how, who, where, when, what kind of music. And with, technology for searching and several other kinds of technology, if they are put together, then the personal DJ that can be enjoyed by both me and you, can surpass anybody's dream. So that's basically why we want to share it with you. We wanted to provide, as I said, a new interface, a physical interface in which, for example, Google technology can, work. A new way, of doing things. And well, I think that's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. And as I said, I hope I was able to share with you what our dreams and our vision in our company are from here to the future. Thank you very much.